I got a bunch of the side trim. This bottom one, I might try to leave on there. I'm not totally sure yet. But all this is called butyl tape. Sucks. It stays tacky. I mean, this thing's old. It stays tacky. But it's not too bad. You just got to slowly pry on it. Try not to kink your trim too much. Trying to decide what I'm doing back here, but I think I'm going to start peeling all this off. So, see how it goes. Yep. Just a bunch of staples. Just some staples holding it in, which aren't the most fun to deal with, but not horrible. I'm hoping that I can maybe save enough out of the roof to make one big long panel. That way I can center that window. So that's what I'm dealing with. But I'm narrowing it 3 inches, so 1.5 inches of this is going to get cut off, so I don't have to deal with trying to scrape all that tape off, which is pretty sweet. The same with back here, but on some of this trim I'm gonna have to see what I can do to trim it or clean it, and then put new tape down whenever I reapply it. But this back glass should be staying there. I don't plan on changing it. What's gonna happen is that this top is gonna be right here, and it's gonna be, so the window's gonna look a little high in it, I think. But I don't know if I really want to go to the effort of redoing the whole bottom. What I could do if I really wanted to get wild is move this board to where this board is. And that would give me about 3/4 of an inch. Or actually, they give me a whole inch. But I am not sure if it's worth it, just because. So we'll see. Hopefully wood frame by the end of the day. So I hope you guys try stuff like this. It's really fun. It's exciting to, I don't know, try to rescue some old stuff. So like I said, you can see where it's more silver up top and not white. The plan is I'm going to strip all the paint off of it and leave it silver, and see how well I could polish it. If I get it really polished, I'd be pumped, because my truck's going to be blue with all the trim, all the chrome trim. So polish trim, polish hubcaps and stuff like that. So I like that idea. Just the kind of white wouldn't look horrible on my truck, so I'm going to have a white top, but we'll see. Back, day 2. This is the back side of the roof of the shell. It's not painted, and I was going to go with the silver anyway. I know this isn't optimal, but I might just try to flip that upside down and run it, and just hope it doesn't leak down in here. To me, it's kind of the same seam as the other side, so I don't really see what the issue would be. Neither of them are great. There's kind of, they put sealer in there whenever it slid together. But plan for the day is I'm gonna try to pull this whole back section off all in one piece. That way I can just build that all in one piece. You can see all the crazy swarms of ants. I sprayed some ant bug killer on them last night. Front's even worse. I don't know if they're living in here. Maybe they're termites. That'd be great. So I'm gonna have to fix some of this wood for sure. So I'm gonna try to get this all down to size today, and get some Danish oil on it. Get all these old staples I'm not using out. All this old, they kind of had some trim around the windows. So we're working on today. See how far. So all the framework is down. You see all my pieces. I went and got a new piece of furring strip, and then I got some bug spray. So I might have some termites down in here or swarms of ants. So basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting This is the front piece, so it's going to be 3 inches narrower. So I'm just cutting everything, scooting it in, reattaching it, and then I'll be cutting here and bringing this down. So this is the top. It was a pain. Basically, I probably should have just rebuilt this whole top. There's a lot of rot in it, and one of the knots fell out and kind of ruined my day because I was almost done with it and I had to redo it. And so I put up some of these little L brackets with some stainless screws in there. Not the prettiest, but I wanted a little sturdier. I've also been, so I just got done with this one, and I also been spraying it with this bug stop. I don't know, been bugs all over it. I'm trying to keep, since it's wood, I like to keep termites and stuff out of it. I'm trying to show you guys, the top is the shortened version of the camper shell that I'm going to use. The bottom is the original version. You can see, basically I split the window in two. Hopefully I can figure out how to get all the trim to size up okay. Basically I just need a way to mount it. Oh, let me climb down. Mount it up this center strip, because on the sides it has these with screw holes, so hopefully I can figure something out. I mean, I know I can, but that's the size difference. So this is going to be on the short bed. This is a long bed, really tall version. I took about 10 inches off the top, 20 inches off the back, even though it doesn't look like 20 inches, but it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go set that up on the bed and make sure everything seems okay. But that's what it looks like. I'm about to call it a day. Kind of put some stuff up. Alright, back day 3, 2, I don't know. I didn't film much today, kind of blew it. This is the wood frame put together. I cut these pine boards for the bottom. I think those will be exposed, so I wanted it a little nicer, and it's probably only like an inch and a half exposed. But I'm gonna oil the whole thing. I still need to make a back support back here. I gotta rip this board so that it sits up in here like that. So I'm doing this all with a handsaw. Ripping that board, I've been putting it off for a second, but everything seems to be going okay. I mean, I had some issues, but nothing too crazy. I made this whole back. This is the back support that came out. It's all rotted out. So I made this, the big, I think that's a 2x6, and drilled a bunch. It was heavier than I wanted. Drilled a bunch of holes in it, just to lighten it up. I used cedar on top. It's a lot lighter. Probably should have got a cedar 2x6, but I didn't. So that's what I'm looking like. So wood frame's almost done. I can pull the tin off the bottom of these, or the aluminum off the bottom of these, and put it on here, bend it around the corner, you know, all that. But that'll probably be tomorrow. So hopefully I can get all this tin maybe back on tomorrow after I oil it and get closer. The back door is going to be an issue, but hopefully I can get everything else pretty close. I also have an issue that I knew about, but basically since I'm using one window, this old stuff only comes to here, so I kind of need to fill the gap. I haven't come up with a solution for that yet, but I'm still thinking for Thursday. Last night I tried to oil everything. I use that Danish oil. It's like a dark walnut or something. I ran out of oil and it was dark, so it's kind of hard. I kind of missed some spots. So this morning, it was actually supposed to rain, but luckily it didn't. But this morning I got up, went and got some more. I had to cut some notches out for where the door swings back into. I might end up flipping it upside down because these are the bottom rails right here. I need to put that tin on first. That was the last thing to come off. So hopefully I can get that on. Get this front, which is this bottom piece that runs down. Get this bottom piece on, and then flip it back over, and then I can start working on all the this top piece is kind of my next. I need to trim the sides and then trim off the back because it should be quite a bit smaller. So happy it didn't rain. Super happy.